Hello everybody, it's me, Lindsay Rogers. Welcome back to the Pro Wrestling Fan Blog. And today, let's talk about the two most crazy subjects as we speak. First, let's talk about the hashtag speaking out. If you guys don't know, what is hashtag speak out, or speaking out, I should say. Well, it was a movement of 4 females in the pro wrestling community talk about their abuse, I should say, and I don't mean it because I definitely condone this, of the abuse, or something more very inappropriate. Apparently, from those who had dealt the backlash, so far only 2 had, has taken it the most, and that is Joey Ryan and David Starr. I know most of you guys are going to be questioning me about David Starr. Who is he? Well, the formerly of David Starr, his real name is Max Barsky, and apparently he actually was very unfaithful to most, which he says partners, but is actually his girlfriends, and that he was with. And apparently, according to what I had found out through Twitter, that he's getting help by seeking a therapist. But a lot of people were not satisfied about, not a lot of people, I should say. Some people were not satisfied for this, and they just don't want him to be dealing with pro wrestling at all anymore. So apparently Max has ended up deleting his Twitter account. But anyway, now Joey Ryan, and the guy who created the flip. I'm not going to say the D word because YouTube will get mad at me for this. Apparently, he has also did stuff. And now, as been told, I think Impact Wrestling is considered of him to be removed. And apparently his match that I guess he and his stable called Cancel Culture is not going to be facing against Crazy Steve and whoever he was going to team up with. So apparently Crazy Steve had agreed that nobody should be seeing the match at the next Impact Wrestling thing, whatever is going to air, which I believe it's it did happen, should say. So yeah. Now, there are those others, but as of right now for AEW, only 2 of the wrestlers are right now, one of them being Jimmy Havoc, according to AEW, that he's getting help through mental illness and substance abuse. Hopefully that will come out of it. And as for Sammy Guevara, which apparently they had heard about this the last couple of days, and apparently as of right now, Sammy is getting some sort of training for it. And depending on both of them, if they complete it successfully, they're allowed to be back on AEW. But if not, they are gone. And I think this is the right thing. And I guess this is agreement from Tony Khan and the 4 EVPs and Brandi, who is the CBO. And I feel like it's the right thing to do. Now, for WWE-wise, there has been names been thrown around. One of them being thrown around is Matt Riddle, but according to I guess Pro Wrestling Sheet, I don't know if it was Ryan's, I have to look into this, but I think by Ryan Satin or somebody on his team has written out saying that Matt Riddle's lawyer is in fact going to sue the accuser because, according to Matt Riddle's lawyer, he says that this individual is considered to be stalking of Matt Riddle and his entire family, including of his wife and their kids. And the reason why is because, is according to Riddle's lawyer, that this individual is not only because of stalking, but they are making false allegations. Now, as for some other names, the only name that happened was, I forget his name already. Jeez, sorry. I know that it got released, so, anyway, so, yes. That's all I can say as of right now. Now, there's also, even though I do not like him for what he said, bad things towards Kenny Omega, and somehow he threw in Kota Ibushi, but it's mostly towards of Kenny Omega. But apparently, Jim Cornette has been accused upon sexual situations that also include of his wife. But apparently, Jim Cornette and his wife are going to, in a legal pursuit by Cornette's lawyer, who has been has been mentioned a lot by Cornette on his podcast, according to my friend, and who told me about this. So that's really good. I'll just have to wait and see. Now, I know there are a lot of others, including female wrestlers, who are trying to do this, but understand you can believe them, but just the little advice is just be careful. Alright? But I know I shouldn't say that, but I just do want to believe, but I'm not unsure about that. Okay, so now let's switching over to gears. So let's talk about the COVID-19 and what is going on and why it's affecting upon pro wrestling. So apparently there's been word about the COVID-19 and it's affecting out in Florida. But apparently, since both WWE and AEW are performing in Florida, with WWE still using the Performance Center to do their WWE shows, apparently it's been reported by Ryan Satin and on his website Pro Wrestling Sheet that apparently more than one wrestler has been tested for COVID-19. And as for AEW, according to the AEW President himself, Tony Khan, that there were plans been changed. Apparently, it's been identified only one wrestler on the roster, which is QT Marshall, is apparently being tested for COVID-19. And apparently, he is not going to be there until he is cleared to. Now, the last thing everybody has known about QT Marshall is he's in a ridiculous, I guess I can say it's a little ridiculous, but I mean, he's in a storyline with Dustin Rhodes, the sister-in-law, aka Cody Rhodes' wife, Brandi, and for some reason, Allie, aka the bunny of the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny, are in some kind of weird situation. Now, I know that people were throwing in a joke saying, "Oh, QT's messing around with Allie." No, please. Even though he means funny, I get it, but just don't make that because people are gonna get confused and they won't like that. But it's not really Allie. I don't think it is. Okay, and if it was, Tony would say something about that, and it's just that it was somebody else that Tony did not want to name names, but he does mention that QT Marshall is in fact being tested in Georgia. I think that's where he's been living. He's being tested for COVID-19, and I will let you know if he has it or not. But he is not going to, but that means he's not being traveled to Florida to deal the testing over there. So he decided to play safe. So get better, QT Marshall, if you have the COVID. So yes, and it's really kind of stinks. But I guess there was match that's set up for tonight, and it's been changed. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I think the match was about to be set at for I guess QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes, I guess, to take on FTR, but instead it's FTR versus SCU. I think it's probably going to be, I don't know which two members of SCU, probably it's going to be either Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, or Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, or Christopher Daniels and Scorpio Sky, any of those three, but any of the three combinations. But I'm pretty sure it's safe to say it's going to be Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. So yeah. So anyway, that's it. I mean, I know most of you guys are probably worried about the situation, but to say the least, I think this is best, despite of this happening, I can say that for the safety reasons, that AEW has things already been set up, and also for now, as for WWE, I have no idea, but just take the information I have gotten out from Ryan Satin. So anyway, I will leave the links for everything that's been going on, especially I will also include Tony Khan's tweets. So anyway, if you guys like that, please hit that like button down below. If you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. And I will try to post more often here, but that's all I have to say for now. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again soon. Ta-da. Bye.